Hi, my name is Four, and welcome to the Love in Focus, the podcast for moms where we explore, discover, build community with our only child. Let's get going. Okay, you know what I mean. Let's start with the program. Oh my goodness. Hi, yes, I'm back. For the past 2 months, I have been working part time and I have so many things to share. What's it like building a community with an only child while working part time? And so, my daughter is 6 years old and working part time. What have I learned in the last 2 months about being a mum with an only child? First of all, I learnt I'm tired and the dishes do not get done as quickly as they would have. Not that I did it quickly before, but there are some things that I've just had to let go of my schedule and find a new rhythm. So, if you are thinking about going to work part time, mama, I'm just giving you a heads up that you will um, find a new rhythm in your schedule. For example, my daughter, she has quite a few school activities, and not only school activities, but fun things that she likes to do, like horse riding, swimming, and dancing. And then I have other commitments too after work. And so, finding a new rhythm and then coming home, and if I'm cooking dinner and still doing the laundry, this is what I notice. Since working part time, I have not like played with her like I did. And if you listen to my earlier episodes, I talked about some of the games that we would play just one on one. I've noticed that that has not been the case in the past 2 months. And it's because when I get home from work, I pick her up and then we're on the go, we're doing things. And then the days where I am not, like there'll be one, for example, on a Wednesday, I'll pick her up and we don't have anywhere to go. Or okay, if we're doing shopping, but if we're not, then I just want to come home, have a cup of tea, and just either eat something while I'm having a cup of tea, watch a movie, or just put my feet up and close my eyes, catch my breath for a little bit before I do, cook dinner or anything. I just need to put my feet up for a little bit. But then I started to notice, I said to my husband, you know what? Olivia and I don't play as much. And she had mentioned that last week. There was a day where, uh, like I said, her and I weren't doing anything. We had an early dinner, and she was like, "Mom, can we play together?" And I was like, "You know what? I can really use this time to have a nap or watch a movie, read a book, have a long cup of tea. And just relax." And she was like, "Mom, please, please." And I was thinking, you know what? Sure. So once again, I was how many characters? Probably about six or seven characters, doing all the different voices. And she was a school teacher, and of course, our playtime was about imagination playtime was we're at horse camp. But that's what I noticed, and we played for an hour, and then she was okay. Um, because I timed it. I had it my cell phone because I thought, okay, I'll play with you in an hour. I told myself because I needed to cook dinner. I didn't want to have dinner too late. It was a school night as well. And I noticed that, and it was okay. Then I realized how much time that I schedule in for other things, and how much time, playtime is less now. And I wonder if it's because I come home, as you do, and if you're not going anywhere, if she doesn't have any events or activities to go to, you cook dinner, and then if you can, connect over dinner at the dinner table, and then you do either, her and her dad will do their activity, and I clean up, or we clean up as a family. You know, do we really clean up? I think I'm just the one cleaning up. I mean, I guess they'll clear the table, but if my husband's listening, he'll be like, "Hey, I actually do clear the table," and every now and then, you know, Olivia will pick up something. But, yeah, so I noticed, and I wonder if that's for you. Like, since you also work part-time, do you find yourself some things that you don't do as much as you did before? Like, I've noticed for me, it's playing with my daughter, and I wanna be more aware of it because it does fill her love bucket. And so I enjoy filling her love bucket, and ho just finding that rhythm where, she's looking forward to winter, because where we live, it snows during the winter. And so she's like, "Mom, I can't wait because, we're out there, we're building a big snowman or a big hill, and we're going down it, and then we're going onto the onto the neighbor's yard." So she is looking forward to that playtime. Am I? In some ways, yeah, but then other ways, I'm like, "Oh my goodness." Like, sometimes when we play, we can be out there like 2 or 3 hours, depending if it's not that cold. But if it's cold and it's lots of snow, we'll be all bundled up. You got your snow pants on, your gloves, your snow gloves. And this is a tip. For me, I like to put like a glove. You know how you get those plastic gloves if you're um, I don't know, a plastic glove, and then you put on your snow gloves. Because sometimes, depending on what glove you're wearing, your snow glove, and if you're out in the snow, it can eventually, your fingers get cold, even with really good snow gloves, and then it gets wet, and then your fingers get really cold. So we like to put our plastic gloves on first, and then put our snow gloves on, so to protection, so it doesn't get. Now you might say my hands might get sweaty. Well, there you go. There goes a tip. If you don't want sweaty hands, or if you do get sweaty hands, I'm just letting you know. So yeah, and also with a part-time job, because I really enjoy what I do. I love it, and so I found something that fills my love tank as well, career wise. And if you can do that, it really helps. For me, it helps when I come home, because I'm not like, ugh. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do get tired, but it's a different kind of tired. I'm trying to think of a job that I didn't enjoy, and I'm like, came home like, that is it. I can't take it anymore. I don't think. I mean, I'm sure there were some days where it's because of the situation, but it wasn't the job itself per se, like every day. And I know there are some people that do have jobs and they're like, this is not my dream job, or I just cannot do it anymore, but I got to pay the bills or whatever. I'm just letting you know that in my situation, during this season, I'm just blessed. I'm able to find something that I actually love doing. And so coming home, um, I'm not worn out, I'm just physically got sore feet. Or physically, like, I'm just like, "Oh my goodness, I just need a breather because I've been talking to a lot of people." And so, And one of the things for me, a tip is I've always liked to work close to home. Now, I've been very blessed. And when I mean close, I generally, in my jobs, I don't like to travel more than 20 minutes. And I've always been like that. And I've noticed. So maybe because I don't like to spend that a lot of time in the vehicle getting to work. If I can make it under 20 minutes, that's the longest I'll think about that job because I know I tell myself, I'm going to be there a lot. And last thing I want to be is drive to work. But for some of you, you might think it's relaxing. And I like doing that. I like that long drive. I can listen to my music and I can sing my songs and just be by myself. And that's your time. You can just like, just breathe in, breathe out. But for me, the sooner I get home, I love it. So if I can, and because where I work is only 10 minutes drive, and that's on a really, that's because the traffic is long. It's a busy traffic. So under 10 minutes is great. And what I've also noticed about finding my new rhythm is to be kind to myself. I've been kind, like really giving myself permission if things don't get done around the house. And I've just had to let that go. But for my friends who are listening, they're like, seriously, I think you've let go of some other things. This is letting go. I thought things were let go before, meaning, oh yeah, things like, oh, I was going to clean out the garage or, that corner was piling up with the laundry or I was gonna get all that paperwork, all the, drawings, cleaning out the toy cupboard. Yeah, since working, I haven't been as active about clearing out things. And I've just had to say to myself, you're the best mum for your child. And right now, what you can do for yourself is have a cup of tea and just reflect on the goodness. And maybe just do one small thing that, like, pick up one thing and remind everyone else to pick up one thing. And so, because Olivia's of age, and reminding her, hey, we're part of a family, we are a family, and giving her the responsibility of uh, that she can do it, she can clean up as well. That helps out a lot. So I wanted, and what I love about, you know, working part time is the clothes. And so I'm having to dress more of a professional, having nicer office clothes. I've worked in factories where I I'm comfort more than so I would like to wear generally my sweatshirt my comfy pants, a hoodie or a long t-shirt, always hair in a bun. Always have my hair because it's just my to go to no matter what. Baggy clothes because I can eat, during lunchtime and not having to worry about is my pants or t-shirt going to be too tight. But not to say, since, working part-time in a new job and the job requires me to um, dress differently, I I've really enjoyed having new clothes that look practical but also stylish and comfortable. Now, if you're listening and you have an office job, you're like, are you seriously like you did not know that you can be comfortable wearing office clothes? No, because that was never my style. My style was always like, you know, sweatpants or yoga pants, not yoga pants, but, really comfortable elastic pants with elastic, and a hoodie or something, not pajamas, but just comfortable clothes. And if you got something spilled on, that was fine. So that's really, but me now for the 2023, the past 2 months, I have looked, my style is more professional and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And my grandmother's taken me shopping. And if you can find someone, so this is an encouragement. If you were like me and you get a job and you're thinking, oh my goodness, I've never dressed a certain way, like whatever job, of maybe you're going into a more of the professional, office environment, and you're not used to it. And if you can find a friend or a family member that um, has a good eye for that, I would recommend, ask them to take you shopping, or ask them if they can't come with you. I would ask them, you know, what kind of styles would you think that would look good on me? And for example, my grandmother, she had picked like a plaid top and it had a bow at the bottom, and it wasn't, the plaid was like a gray pink, but it wasn't too like pizzazz, I don't know, it didn't stand out. And I was like, that is not me. Oh my goodness. Had kind of like puffy sleeves, but the material is so comfortable. And she was like, just put it on. Oh, and she said, and put these black pants on. Oh, look really nice and sharp. And if you get a necklace, I was thinking, what the heck? But I tried it and I was like, okay, I think this could work. And she picked some other outfits. And I was like, are you sure, Grandma? And she goes, look, you look lovely. And then I wore it to work and I was getting so many compliments. I was like, my grandmother, she's so stylish. She picks a lot of my clothes for me. And so here is an encouragement. When you take someone, and I hope that what they're telling you is like a good look, like they have a good heart and they want you to look your best, because they want you to they see like, oh, this outfit looks lovely on you. I would encourage you just to try something new and just go for it. Now me, I that was really out of my comfort zone. So not only am I working in a new place and it's a new environment. I'm trying something new with the clothes as well. And I put on lipstick. Hello. Now, if you're like, oh, I put on lipstick all the time. Well, I have started putting on just like a nice, not too bright, a little, make my lips either like a pinky, like a nice red that doesn't stand out too much because it's a day look. Put some, what do you call it? Eyebrow, so my eyebrows stand out. I just put some makeup on my face, not too much because I still sweat. Um, it it really makes a difference. And so I wanted to encourage you, have fun and do something. I really encourage you to do something new. If you're in this, you know, you're looking, or maybe you're like, you know what, I don't want to get a part time job yet, or even a full time job. Well, maybe putting on lipstick is something new for you. And for those who are doing lipstick, I don't know, maybe it's a different shade of color. I would just encourage you to try something new, and you might want to start something small. Like you say, well, where am I going to put lipstick on? Like I have nowhere to go. Well, how about you try putting lipstick on and you want people to see it when you go to the shop or when you go and put gas in your car, picture it on your car, or even when you walk down the street or go to the park. Now, for those who put lipstick on, you're like, really? Is it a big deal? Well, for some others, it could be something else for you. It could be a new color. Like you've always, like if you're always wore a certain color, like a pastel color, this season, you're like, hmm, okay, I'm going to try something new. I'm going to try a bright color, or instead of a pastel blue, you're going to go for pink. I don't know, or you might go for a bright orange and just give it a go. And if you're like, "Oh, I don't want to give it a bright orange, well, maybe you try wearing orange socks or a jewelry. And the reason why I say it is because you might have fun. You might have fun doing something new and it might spark something. I don't know. Or so this part-time job that I've started in the last 2 months, it has opened different ways, like how I dress, putting makeup on, finding my rhythm with my house chores, cooking. Okay, really, am I cooking? No, it just means like going to the restaurants or, going to grandma and she cooks and we're just eating at her house. But I just wanted to let you know that it takes time and I could say, yeah, everything works out perfectly and it all came together nicely. No, mm-mm. I just had to work out some kinks. And one thing I did notice as well is like I started going to bed a lot earlier. Because usually before I didn't have part-time job, I mean, I go to bed late. Like I love to stay up late, like early hours in the morning. And now I don't do that because I know I got to get to work in the morning. And working part-time, meaning I only work 20 hours, which suits me just fine for the season I'm in. And also, what else what's I would tell you, because Olivia is 6 years old, she's able to, for example, you know, get her breakfast ready, meaning she can get her cereal and milk. She's not frying her own, she's not frying eggs, or she could make the toast herself, but I haven't showed her how to do that. I should do that now that I think about it. And so there's a lot of things that she can do, which is good. So where she's at, and it it's it helps a lot where I am in season. I'm Because she's of a certain age and she's doesn't need my help, and just a lot of the things around, little basic things like brushing her teeth, getting dressed. She could get her own washing and things like that. That helps me out a lot. That's why I decided to get a part-time job. And because I knew I wanted to work and go back to work. I just wasn't sure the timing because I needed to find, a part-time job because I still wanted to pick Olivia up from school. I wanted to be part of her after school activities, and also I wanted to be home with her as well. So my job gives me the flexibility to enjoy what I do, and also I can pick her up and drop her off at school and still do shopping and be home with her, in the evenings. Now, I understand that in some situations, uh, that's not always the case because depending on where you're at in life, but I hope that you're able to find um, a job that is, that works with your family schedule, while you're raising your only child, because it is a lot of work. And yes, I still have that support from, still very blessed with my in-laws and my grandparents, my husband's grandparents. And they are so supportive. So if I needed someone, to help pick up Olivia from school, which I haven't yet, but if I did, then have, I would have my husband's family. So I'm very blessed about that. It still takes a lot of work, doesn't it, to raise an only child with, while working part time. And boy, mums who've been doing this for a while, I mean, I just congratulate you. Seriously, I mean, well, if I could give you a hug, I would give you a hug because I am 2 months into this. Like, I am still learning. And so I wanted to share this journey and just to just to say how much that I really honor, you for listening to this episode. And I just want to remind you that you are the best mum for your child. You absolutely are. You are giving your time to your work, to your family, to your community, and to yourself. And I wanted to encourage you to, as you're being kind to yourself, please take the time to do something you enjoy, whatever that is. It may be something simple, maybe getting a massage, and maybe just wearing a lipstick that you've always wanted to wear, or even just, I don't know, buying something yummy. Like if you walk past a pastry store, you're thinking, you know what? I've never purchased that yummy coffee cake or that yummy like pastry with the chocolate or the strawberry, and you keep going by it, and it might be a little bit expensive. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to treat myself and I'm just going to purchase that for me. Buy it. As long as you're not going to debt. Now, I'm thinking of pastry. I don't know how much it costs, but you know what really you should buy. I don't want to be like, hey, this lady told me to spend $1,000 on a ice cream. No, I'm not saying that. You know what your budget is. You need to be wise. But I wanted to say to treat yourself and to do something fun for you and to continue to say that you are awesome. Now, remember, you are doing the best you can with the time that's given. And you are such a wonderful mom. You truly are. Like, as you look at your child and you're loving on them, it's such a, joy because, you are the best role model. You are absolutely um, a, a beautiful reflection of what love is. You radiate with just a yummy, beautiful aroma that fills the room with joy, smiles, and love. That's what you are. And so, as you're listening to this podcast, I just want to say that as you get yourself ready in the mornings to go to work, or as you are taking time for yourself while you're listening to this podcast, or you're driving to work, or you're taking your child to school, give yourself a hug. Oh, and I was listening to this podcast, Dr. Anita Phillips, and she said 20 minutes No, sorry, not 20 minutes, 20 seconds of a good hug is so good for you. And so, if you can give your child a 20-second hug, give yourself a 20-second hug, or your husband a 20-second hug, may it fill your love tank. And so, I just want to say thank you for listening to my podcast, Love and Focus Building Community with an only child, one episode at a time. I am so happy that you have been listening. We've been together on this journey, and I will see you in the next episode. For those who are watching on YouTube, for those who are listening audio, I'll catch you in the next episode. This is for thank you for liking and thank you for subscribing to my podcast. Bye.